Welcome back to Movies That Matter, the podcast where entertainment is subjective, and that's not a bad thing. And how true is that today?
Oh, yeah.
I'm your host, Chris Flaherty. Thank you for joining us from the podcast studio at Burlington Cable Access Television. And as the episode title suggests, we are highlighting a handful of films that maybe can not be considered classics or loved by the majority of critics and audiences, but instead someone might raise their eyebrows and say, really? You like that film? when they see it on your DVD shelf or your streaming list. And my guest host today, it's official, your guest host, making her 12th appearance, rightfully so, is Liz Gillespie.
Yeah.
Graduate of the class of 2025 at UC Davis with a degree in biomedical engineering, longtime volunteer here at Burlington Cable TV, cinema fan, and like many other guests on this show, a frequent collaborator in my public access shenanigans, and you're in person today.
Yes, sir. Happy to be home. Happy to be here. It feels better to be here in the studio than it does to be over Zoom.
But the Zoom was fun. The Zoom was fun.
We'll definitely do more of that.
Okay.
But it feels like home to be sitting back at the desk, back to be here.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
So we each have 3 films picked out that might raise eyebrows when we say we enjoy them.
Yes.
Let's just get right into it because there's a lot to cover today.
Oh, yes, we do.
All right.
I know we have a tendency to go too long, so
that's okay. I feel like we're talking about 6 films today.
Yeah, we'll take the appropriate amount of time to talk about these ones. So let's jump right into it. My first pick of the day, one movie that never fails to make me smile whenever I think about it, is National Treasure. the Nick Cage film. You heard it here first, folks. I love a Nick Cage film.
Tell us about what. I mean, I think we all know what National Treasure is about, but
for those who don't know National Treasure for whatever reason, National Treasure follows Nick Cage's adventure, Ben Gates, as or Benjamin Franklin Gates.
I thought his name was Ben Franklin.
His name is Benjamin Franklin Gates. So he goes by Ben Gates, but he's Benjamin Franklin Gates because he's a historian. He comes from a long history in his family, and he's left this clue for the Freemasons' treasure, and he goes on a little journey with some of his friends and his family to go find this Freemasons' treasure as he competes with another competing person who also has this clue, and he has to steal the Declaration of Independence to find the map to this treasure.
Okay. Full disclosure, never saw this film.
Really?
I literally thought he just had to steal a Declaration of Independence.
No, the map. There is a map to the Freemasons' treasure, and it is found on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
Okay.
This movie. So just to give you a little taste of insanity that comes with this movie. So essentially, I don't remember exactly who his competition is, but there's 2 of them compete. I think they used to be coworkers, if I remember correctly. They were like treasure hunters together. Okay. But they split. And so they're now competing to get to this treasure first. Okay. And Nick Cage finds out that the way to get to it is by the back of the Declaration of Independence map. But his competition finds it like slightly afterwards. So they're competing to get to the Declaration of Independence. And they manage to sneak the Declaration of Independence out by pretending it's a fake Declaration of Independence that they bought in the gift shop.
What? Ocean's 11 doesn't have anything on this.
No, this movie is insane. There's so much energy. It's a quintessential Nicolas Cage film, I think. Like, it's one of like the more I don't want to say popular ones, but like this is like
more accessible.
This is like when people think of a Nick Cage film, this is like one of the first ones that comes to mind. Yeah. And I have very little memory of the sequel to it. And I know
like 3.
They were planning to make a 3rd, but they never actually made it. But they made a series about it afterwards. And I don't think Nick Cage has anything to do with that one.
There was a Disney Plus series, wasn't there?
Yes, that's what it is. But I've seen this movie, I think, a couple times, like, really, like, far away, like, in, like, distant memory. And I think I remember watching this up at, like, our cabin up in Maine for some reason. Like, just sitting on the couch and just, like, watching him, like, get down, and, like, you have to get down into, like, so he finally finds the treasure, and it's, like, below It's like in this deep underground thing, and him and his competition are like cutting ropes to like make sure that they aren't getting to it. They have to cross a bridge. They have to set something on fire to light the way to get there, and then they finally get there, and it's this Indiana Jones style just room full of
this
gold.
is very Indiana Jones.
It really is. It's Indiana Jones, but if you're following Nick Cage instead, but it's like in modern times.
Okay.
It's also a love story. Don't forget that. There is a love story
element to this.
What are you talking about? Yeah, so Nick Cage has a team of 4 people that he's working with. He's is Ben Gates, who's him. He has Dr.
Franklin Gates.
Benjamin Franklin Gates, of course. Let's not forget that. He has Dr. Abigail Chase, who is, I don't remember exactly what she's a doctor of, but she's very well researched. She's very helpful in his case.
Okay.
And then he has Riley, who is his computer expert. I don't know how he knows Riley, because Riley's like 20 years younger than him for some reason.
Isn't that Doug from The Hangover?
Maybe? I don't know.
Doug from The Hangover is in these movies.
Oh, then maybe. Yeah. I don't remember. And then, I think John Voight is his father, or something like that.
I looked at the cast list, I'm like, oh, John Voight's the villain. I'm like, no, okay.
No, I'm pretty sure he's actually working with him.
Okay.
But, yeah, they go on this little romp together, and they find these clues, but you're like, they're just like running through a city for half of it.
Does it all take place in Washington, or?
I think so, if I remember correctly.
What?
It's kind of just like running around Washington, D.C. They're like finding these like weird... Have you ever, this is going to sound really random, but do you know the like thing at Disney World? And I know it was Phineas and Ferb theme. I don't know if it's like permanently Phineas and Ferb theme, but they get like little clues, and like you find them on your phone, and then like something will like turn around, like you solve the clue on your phone. And
I remember like those games being at the Disney parks.
Yeah, that's basically the movie. That is essentially what National Treasure is.
Okay. It's
just Nick Cage going around finding Easter eggs around the city that are little clues to find the Freemasons' treasure.
All right.
It's such a mess of a movie. At one point, this is, I know one of the questions we always ask is, like, what's a notable scene in your mind?
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes that I've ever seen is, Dr. Abigail Chase gets noticed by one of the villains.
Okay.
And she's running through this, like, shopping center. Mm-hmm. And she finds a deli, and she runs behind the deli and starts hiding behind the, like, meat display. And the woman that works the counter is like, babe, you can't be back here. And she just goes, that's my ex-husband. And she, like, looks at the woman at the cashier, looks at the guy who's, like, trying to follow her and goes, Baldy? And she goes, yeah. She goes, stay back here all you like. So it's just this, like, insane, like, combination of history and, like, all these, like, American Revolution-style clues. But it's also just, like, in modern-day Washington, D.C., and involves, like, computer things, because Riley is helping them. But and then also, at the very end of it, they take, like, only a little bit of the treasure. Like, they take, like, 1% of it for some reason, but there's so much of it that they are, like, ungodly rich at the end of it, even though they...
Wait, so what happens to the rest?
I think they, like, they sent it somewhere else.
Okay, I was like, we'll just leave it here.
Yeah, no, this is just...
For the next Ben Franklin Gates?
For my future children to come, for the ancestors to find. It's just an absolute mess of a movie. But it's so much fun. Like, it truly... it's one of those movies you don't have any idea what the next move is going to be. Okay. And because it just is... It's just all over the place. It has so much energy. It just has such, like, a lot of random things, like, and it's become such a weird cultural zeitgeist thing of just, like, any one person's like, I'm gonna steal the Declaration
of Independence. Oh, yeah, the whole meme is like, I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. Now it's like, I'm gonna steal the Epstein files.
What were we talking about earlier? Can't buy an island without having a stigma.
Yep. Millionaires don't buy islands anymore.
Nope, can't do that. It's been ruined.
You'll be labeled.
One of your classmates ruined it for the rest of you.
How do I get out of that? I don't know.
But either way, like, it's just such a... Like, I don't want to say it's a disaster of a movie, but it's just so unpredictable and so full of energy and so easy to make fun of. But at the same time, it's just joyful to watch. Like, it's Indiana Jones in modern day Nick Cage.
Yeah,
like, it feels like a parody. Like, it's truly a mess, but it's beautiful.
This is one of the 6 I haven't seen. But, like, you're kind of selling it for me.
I think you will enjoy it in, like in bits.
Because I like Indiana Jones, and I like watching Nick Cage do his thing sometimes.
Oh, yeah, then you'll have fun with this one. Like I said, don't ever expect it to be a cinematic masterpiece by any stretch. Like, there's a reason that it was deemed rotten on Rotten Tomatoes.
Why do you think it was deemed rotten?
Because it's not, like... there's no sense of watching it where you're like, oh, this was done really well. Like, it's not well acted. It's not well shot. It's not well anything. Okay. But, like, it's the perfect epitome of, like, what you expect a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes to be.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Like, it's truly, like...
generic action film?
Exactly. It's a generic action film. It is everything that you expect National Treasure to be, it is.
Now I want to see Nicolas Cage in an Indiana Jones film.
Right?
Like, maybe as the villain. It's probably too... no, we're definitely not getting another Harrison Ford
no,
Indiana
not
Jones
Harrison
film.
Ford.
Damn.
Ugh.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. But I think you will enjoy this.
Why do you think people should give this one another chance?
Because...
other than the god of Nick Cage.
Mostly just... partially because if you want to know where the I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence memes comes from...
Yeah.
It is literally a full story behind it. Like, it's a mess, but in, like, such an enjoyable way. Like, it's... if you want, like, a good, like, turn your brain off, enjoy... like, if you want a campy action movie... yeah. This is your movie. Okay. Like, it's a great shut your brain off movie. And this is really funny. I remember at one point, one of my friends texted me, and she was like, I don't know what to get you for Christmas. Do you like National Treasure? It was so out of the blue, and I went... that
is a random question
and
to
I
ask.
Went, yeah, no, I do, actually. I do. And she goes, I found a National Treasure mug. Do you want it? And I was like... yeah, I do. And now that if you could find a National Treasure mug, sure, I will like gladly take that.
Abandoned Disney store, like
right. I have no idea, but I feel like it's one of those ones that, like, when you think about it, you think about the meme, or you think about just like, oh, it's a Nick Cage movie, and it kind of just has a stigma behind it. But ultimately, it's fun.
Yeah,
like, it's really just kind of a silly movie, but it's fun.
There's this viral 20-minute YouTube video from a long time ago. It was like, Nick Cage crashes out. It's like a giant compilation of all his moments in film. And I think this came out after? I don't remember.
Ooh.
Or, I don't know, because, like, there are definitely more movies included in that montage that I've seen of Nick Cage.
Yeah.
So now I think I need to just see National Treasure and be like, oh, that's where that's from.
Yep, you'll
But
recognize
does he go,
things.
like, insane in this? Are there insane Nick Cage moments?
I think this is generally a slightly more tame one, like, in comparison to some of his ones. Like, this is a little bit more directed, like, he's a little bit more...
okay,
but, like,
reserved.
Yeah, he's a little more reserved, because he's gonna steal that Declaration of Independence. He's got a mission in this one. But, like, you're still watching Nick Cage. Like, you can tell, he just always looks like he's on the verge of a breakdown no matter what. Mm-hmm. So, like, I think that's kind of where he is at all times in this one. Like, you can kind of just tell that something's coming.
All right.
He's ready to crash out at any point.
What are some, like, unintentionally funny moments for you? Because you know there's probably some moments that aren't supposed to be funny in this movie, but there are.
Genuinely, I think a lot of the just, like, realizations for the clues are really funny. Like,
Nick Cage's realization face.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, there's a lot of like, if I remember correctly, they, like, reflect something off of a roof at one point, and all three of them are just, like, really shocked by it. They're all like, oh, they've been leaving clues for us this entire time. Like, that's generally, like, there's so many moments of that where they just kind of, they're like, oh, it's been in front of us this entire time.
Yeah, like one of those moments like, oh, if we put the paper in, like, water and then dry it out for 5 hours, it'll show us the clues.
Exactly. If I remember correctly, too, there's just an elevator that takes you to the Declaration of Independence. Like, you just go down, and then you just go find it.
I don't mean to sound like an ignoramus, but where actually is the Declaration of Independence? I'm not going to steal it.
For legal reasons, I'm not stealing the Declaration of Independence. I think it's just in the Library of Congress, is it not?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know. I have no idea. But it's like, it's definitely not where it is in this movie.
Yeah.
They dramatize it enough. But it's just such a just random place for it to be. Like, they just kind of, they're like sneaking up on it. They're like, I'm coming for the Declaration of Independence.
Twirly mustache. Like, oh, I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you.
Throw the burlap sack over it and run.
Exactly. They hide it in, like, a poster tube. Like, that's what they do. They roll it up and they hide it in a poster tube. And then they just walk out with it. And I think security was like, did you buy that? And he's like, yes, I did. And they're like, are you sure? And then they chase him out because they don't chase him out because they think he stole the Declaration of Independence. They chase him out because they think he stole from the gift shop.
I gotta see this movie.
Dude, yeah, do you see why I love this movie? It's so insane. Like, it's so weird. It's such a strange concept for a movie. It's such a strange, like, really important plot point to have.
Is the ending satisfying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right. It doesn't go totally off the wall.
No, it actually is like a decently good wrap up to the ending because they find the treasure. Mm-hmm. They both, him and his competition, both find the treasure at the same time. They don't kill each other over it. Mm-hmm. They come to like they realize that they had worked together in the past and they have a mutual agreement for what to do with the money, and they don't like it's. And then they all find out they're rich and he gets the girl, and like it's a good ending for the movie, I'd say.
Okay. Have you ever seen the sequel?
I have once, and I don't remember anything past, like, the first 10 minutes for some reason.
Nice.
And the only thing I remember about it is that Riley writes a book and becomes more rich and famous because he wrote a book about the first one.
Oh, come on.
That's how the second movie begins.
All right.
So, that's the only thing I remember.
Damn, Doug.
I remember it's called Book of Secrets, and that's
I remember that.
all I know, and I don't remember what the Book of Secrets is.
I thought there was going to be a third one.
I think there was plans to, but
Okay.
because...
The
neither of
second
them
one
did.
bombed?
Yeah, I think the second one bombed, so it didn't
Okay.
quite work out for them. But I would have watched it.
I'm going to watch the first one now.
Absolutely, I highly recommend it. There's a reason it's a guilty pleasure, because it's like by no means do you watch it and think this is cinema, this is a good movie.
Yeah.
But you're watching it, you're like, this is fun. I'm having fun.
Wow. All right. Just totally made me think there was another movie I could have put on here for my list, and I didn't. If I had a fourth one, I would put it down, but...
What you got?
Well, because we kept talking about DC, Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian.
Oh, I love Night at the Museum.
Yeah, the second one. I love the second one.
Oh, yeah.
First one's great, but the second one is just wild.
And that one really is wild. That one's a little all over the place. I think all three of them are fun, though.
I've never seen the third one.
I think I saw the third one first, actually.
Really?
Because it was in theaters, and I hadn't seen the first two. Mm-hmm. And my parents and I wanted to go to the theater one day, and we were just like, Night at the Museum 3 seems fun. So we watched it, and then went back and watched the other two, because we were like, oh, we're missing some information here.
I was working at the movie theater in Woburn in high school when the second one came out, and we had a big standee.
Ooh.
And we were taking apart the standee, and I'm like, can I take Ben Stiller home? I was like, sure, whatever. So I had a cardboard cutout of Ben Stiller for years. From Night at the Museum, too. And sometimes, like, when we would go on vacation, we would, like, leave him in the window.
Oh, good. As you
So
should.
we'd be like, there's someone in your house. I'm like, nah, it's just Ben.
Yeah.
He's watching it.
Ben's hanging out for us. He's just making sure nobody breaks in.
I brought him to school once. I'm like, what's that doing? I'm like, he's Ben. He's my roommate.
That's Ben. He's here to hang out. You could have done a Home Alone thing where you had him on a little stand, like a Roomba, walking around.
It would have been great.
You'd throw a party.
I used him in a few BCAT skits.
Good. As you should.
Couldn't find an actor. Use a cardboard cutout of Ben Stiller.
Perfect.
I didn't get sued, so.
There you go.
All right, that's my unofficial fourth.
I love it.
Or first, I guess, because I haven't even revealed.
Honorable mention.
Yeah. Do I have to talk? This seemed like a good idea when I wrote it down. Yeah, so there's always a stigma to the direct-to-video Disney sequels of the 2000s. But I'll fight anyone. This is the best one. The Lion King 1.5.
Let's go.
So it's like Timon and Pumbaa are like in a movie theater. They're watching the first one. And then they decide, like, this stinks. They're not showing what we were doing. So, like, they decide to they're telling the story from their perspective.
Right, yeah.
So, like, and even before that, so we learn where Timon came from, how he met Pumbaa, and, like, essentially what they were doing up until they met Simba, and then just everything else from, like, their perspective.
Yeah.
So I like it because it's a very, like, what-if alternate storytelling thing. It expands the lore, expands the world.
I think it's a great concept to come off of The Lion King, too, especially since they're two characters that kind of get thrown in the middle.
Yeah.
Especially since they are, like, one of the fun parts of the movie, especially.
Yeah.
It's fun to have them have, like, their own moment of, like, building that even further.
And, like, this actually does a good job of, like, taking a Disney sidekick and, like, fleshing them out into a third-dimensional character.
Right.
Looking at you, Cars 2. Yeah, and, like...
Cars 2.
I loved Timon's arc in the movie. Mm-hmm. Just, like, how he, like, wanted to get out in the world and make a name for himself and be somebody, find his place.
Right.
I love the whole message of, like, found family and stuff. This might be controversial, but I'm going to say it. Timon and Pumbaa really were Simba's foster gay dads.
Oh, 100%.
And we love that.
We love them for that.
Yeah, they lean into that, and I love that in this movie.
100%.
Yeah. I know it's not perfect. It has plot holes. There's, like, if you were to line up Lion King and Lion King 1.5, it's not perfect.
No.
Like, they go to bed after the presentation of Simba, and then they wake up, and it's just, I just can't be wait to be king. I'm like, wow, Simba grew up fast.
Yeah, something's missing here. We're jumping a little bit.
But there's, like, really funny moments, like they were at the Stampede, which was kind of crazy. They were, like, involved with Be Prepared for a little bit. They were in the elephant graveyard. They were at the presentation of Simba, and they indirectly caused one of the most iconic moments of the film in the only way Timon and Pumbaa could.
That's iconic. I think, yeah, this is, for a direct-to-sequel, like, this is a very fun one to go with. It does a great... I love the idea that they were always there for everything, that they've just indirectly been behind the scenes all the whole time.
It's fun. And I love just, like, the little jokes that they throw in at the original. And I know, like, some people be like, oh, they're disrespecting the original. But, like, if you grew up in the 90s and you watched the original Timon and Pumbaa show... like,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That was a real thing. And, like... This is nothing compared to how off the wall that show got.
Damn, that's
Timon
crazy.
and Pumbaa fighting a mall Santa. Like,
what?
Like, you think this is a tonal shift?
That's crazy.
They get in a fight with a beaver in some California redwoods at some point. It was a great show.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
Were there any, like, specific, like, jokes or, like, moments that really made this one stand out to you that, like, make this one a guilty pleasure in your mind, especially?
There are two moments in the beginning of the film. So Timon has, like, two parent figures. He has his mom, and he has his Uncle Max. His mom is played by Marge Simpson herself, Julie Kavner.
Oh, let's go.
And she is, like... Timon's, like, lamenting, like, there's got to be more than life than, like, digging tunnels and, like, hiding from hyenas. And at one point, the mom is, like... She's going into the Mufasa speech, like, look out to the horizon. Everything the light touches belongs to somebody else.
It's a great line.
And then, like, the uncle's like, we're feared by no one and eaten by all. We're a movable feast. And then Timon's like, but when we die, they become the grass, and we eat the grass, right? And he's like, nah, we can't digest grass. We're grass intolerant. And I was like, wow. And, like, I just remember, like, it was such a... This is back before we were all culturally, chronically online.
Right.
We're like, oh, wow, the new Disney direct-to-video sequel is on shelves when you could buy physical media in stores. Let's go home and see it. And now they're just all living on Disney Plus.
Right. Do you remember your first time watching this?
I think so. I think I got it. I'm trying to think. I might have been before my first time taking the SATs.
Really?
Like the night before I got it, and I brought it home and I watched it, and I took the SATs the next day.
Nice.
Yeah, that is the distinct memory I have of watching this movie.
That's very funny.
I remember back when people actually cared for DVDs, there was, like, a game where, like, you could watch the film and, like, you could try to find the hidden Mickeys throughout the movie.
That's fun.
In hindsight, that's probably what destroyed the disc. Constantly pausing, rewinding. Like, oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And they had, like, back when Disney cared about DVDs, they played, like, crazy games and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was just a fun movie. It was a big go-to when I needed a good laugh back then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about this movie makes it feel like a guilty pleasure to you?
Because it's a totally different shift from the original Lion King.
Right.
Because it's very, like, tongue-in-cheek. It's very meta. I think there's always the stigma that a direct-to-video Disney sequel is going to be, like, garbage compared to the first one. Like, cheaper animation and stuff. I think the animation in this is really good for direct-to-video sequel budget.
It always struck me as one that, like, didn't take too much away from it. Like,
no,
it was still, like, it's the same art style, and even if it was,
same
like, a
art
little
style,
cheaper, like, it...
a little more modern looking.
Yeah. Maybe a little simpler with what they were doing, but, like, never too much more to a point that it took away from the quality.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe people got tired of Pumbaa's fart jokes. I don't know.
Possibly. I think those can get old to some people.
There's a lot of, like, pop culture jokes, but I think they're still fine. Like, they're not horribly dated.
Right.
Like, I think, you hear Jungle Boogie and Lion King, that kind of makes sense.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think, like, it has the stigma because it's a Disney direct-to-video sequel.
Of course.
Yeah.
That kind of has, like, a similar, like, shtick to, like, Genie, almost, in, like, a way. where it's got like the pop culture references. They're wrapping in what's going on.
Yeah, but like even when you watch Aladdin, like and Genie's doing those things, like you don't know like who he's doing sometimes. You just think he's doing a funny character.
Exactly. It just kind of it feels like it's a part of the story. It feels like it's a part of the character, especially like that's just who Genie is. That's just who Pumbaa is.
Yeah,
like that's just.
I didn't know who Jack Nicholson and Rodney Dangerfield were in 1992.
No, definitely not.
Now I do, and I think it's funnier.
Yeah. If anything, it's fun to go back and be like, oh, that's what they were doing back then.
I still don't know some of his impressions in Aladdin.
Yeah, no, same.
Yeah.
So I watch it and I just go, I know this one, miss that one, and it's like, oh, okay. But it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of it at all. It's still just a part of the experience. And it makes it more fun to go back to, because then sometimes you're like, oh, do I recognize this time? We'll see.
Yeah. It's a very fun movie. I enjoy it. Yep.
Why, other than just, what would make you recommend this to people?
I think it's creative. Like, it's taking a classic story of film and giving it a new twist. A very creative twist, I think. And, like, people always compared it to this old movie called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. And hold on. So it's like, so you know Lion King's based off Hamlet, right? So it's like Lion King is to Hamlet as to what Lion King 1.5 is to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. So like you're seeing what these two supporting characters were doing during the major events.
Yes.
And I really like that what if lore expansion. It does Timon and Pumbaa justice better than I think, next to the original animated film, better than any other piece of media they've been in.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Especially the Mufasa prequel.
Yeah.
That movie did the unthinkable and made me hate Timon and Pumbaa.
Whew. That's tough. That is not what you want to hear.
Yeah. But no, I think it's a nice little buddy film about found family and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, let's go into our comedies.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm glad you brought this up. I didn't even think about this one. But go ahead.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Wow.
This movie is truly I love this movie with just a special part of my heart. So for those who don't know who Bill and Ted are, it's Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves back in the 80s. They have to finish a history project, but they're dumb little stoners and don't know what they're doing. So they find a time machine outside the Circle K, and they go back in time and visit all these time periods so that they can learn their history project, but they bring everybody back with them. They bring everybody back with them, and then they're stuck trying to get them back to their time spots.
What a film.
This movie is awesome.
Used to watch it all the time with my buddy back in the day.
Good.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about this is this was a COVID watch for me, actually. I watched this
Really?
either 2020 or 2021. I hadn't seen it before that. And I watched it on the couch with my parents, and I was laughing at some of the dumbest things. One of my favorite sentences ever uttered in a movie is, "Whoa, strange things are happening outside the Circle K."
Something's afoot at the Circle K.
Something's afoot at the Circle K.
Love that.
That's truly, I don't know why I find it funny every single time I hear it.
It's such a good line.
But it's so funny. The other thing that I really love about it is I think shortly before I watched this, my parents and I had watched the 3 John Wicks that were out at the time.
What a tonal shift.
So that was how I associated Keanu Reeves in my head. I totally forgot that actually was him as Ted before I watched this. And then we started watching it and I'm like, hang on a second. That's not John Wick, is it? And it's just like, yeah, total 80s stoner John Wick.
He only does one of two things. He either does, Ted, or he does Scary Action Star.
Exactly. So it's like just this random, it's like a total shift to me that it took so long for me to wrap my head around. I'm like, that is a different person. That is just Ted. Leave him as Ted. Keanu Reeves is John Wick to me, but that's just Ted. And there's so many moments that I found myself laughing at that were like I felt weird like laughing at them in front of my parents almost. Genuinely, I remember almost crying laughing when they're in like the medieval period and they're looking at the princesses and he just goes, "Whoa, historical babes." I almost had to pause the movie because I was just crying at just that sentence.
You killed Ted, you medieval dickweed. always sticks out in my head.
Oh, that's amazing.
Bogus. Heinous.
Heinous.
Ted, don't be dead, dude.
This movie's amazing.
I need to rewatch this movie.
It's so funny.
And then they bring them all to the mall at the end.
Yep. I'll never forget, like, him just, like, was it, like, the DMV that he's standing at, like, towards the end? Like, he's in, like, a... Like,
I don't remember.
But he's, like, a spot, and, like, everyone's kind of just walking in with him, and they're just, like, everyone just starts staring at the historical figures walking, and they're just like, what are they doing here? Who's that?
It's Napoleon. It's I'm gonna mispronounce it, but that's fine. Socrates.
That's Socrates.
That's Socrates. Well, they say Socrates at some point.
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't remember.
It was. I feel like there was a cowboy.
Yeah.
Or was it Abe Lincoln?
It might have been. I don't
know.
I think, did they bring the historical babes back with them? I feel like Jonah.
No, they might. I think they did.
I think they did.
They brought some of them back. Yeah.
And they're just flirting with them the whole time.
My God. What a trip.
It's truly... I don't even think I saw the sequels. I think I watched this and I went, I don't want to see the sequels. I just want Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure to be... After I watched this, I think literally 2 minutes after I finished watching it, I changed my Instagram bio to whoa, dude.
I know they did a third one recently.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to touch that.
I was like, I just can't bear... And I understand that Alex Winter was in charge of it and, like...
Well, he was. Wow.
But I was like... No, I'm not touching that one.
Yeah.
I gotta preserve the memory of this beautiful film in my mind.
And in the midst of all this is George Carlin as like a Matrix type figure.
That's right. I forgot about that. It's such a... the reason that I put this as a guilty pleasure is I don't think this movie... Like, anytime that you bring up Bill and Ted to people, it's generally a very well-liked movie.
Yeah.
But I think the reason this came to mind is a guilty pleasure of, like... It's not a smart movie. It's not a cinematic movie. It's not a very, like... It's very much... It's, like, the epitome of, like, dumb 80s comedy.
Yeah.
And, like, there's things of it that, like, probably don't age super well.
No.
There's things about... It's two high school dudes in the 80s. Like,
Doesn't Ted have a thing for Bill's mom, too?
Yeah. Like, there's, like, such, like, weird things about it. But generally... If you just sit down and are just like, I just want to watch just a little dumb comedy right now. Like, the two of us are sitting here crying, laughing, saying sentences. And
I don't even remember
other.
Most of the movie. I'm just remembering those couple sentences.
Exactly. Like, it's so funny. Like, it's, like, when you sit down and think of, like, what a good movie is, it's a movie that you enjoy. And that is this. Yeah. But is it, like... Is the cinematography fantastic? No. Is the writing incredible? No. Are these characters, like... They're people you want to root for because they have heart... But it's a really heartfelt movie as well. Like, you really want them to succeed. You want them to have a good time on their excellent adventure. You want them to pass their history project.
I know. It's all because they have a history project.
Yeah. You want them to succeed at their history project. So they're characters that, wow, they're like Beavis and Butthead, kind of, in a way.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Like, they're kind of just these dumb characters that you're just like, what are you guys doing? But they're so funny and so heartfelt that you can't not root for them. So
they're harmless.
They're harmless.
They're just stupid.
They're just stupid. And, like, I say it's not a smart movie, but, like, some of the lines in here, to be this funny, oh my god, 40 years later.
Wow. Oh my god.
Is just, that's awesome. Like, that's so great. Like, I say it's not a smart movie, but clearly they did something right by making it as funny as they did this many years later.
It is a cult classic.
It is a cult classic for a reason. Like, is it the best movie ever? No. But does it bring absurd amounts of enjoyment anytime I think about it? Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't have made it my Instagram bio if I didn't really love this movie.
I feel like a piece of me has been, like, uncovered, because me and my best friend, we used to watch this all the time at his house.
Right?
Back when you could watch DVDs on PlayStation 2s.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What a time that was.
That's probably why the Lion King 1.5 DVD got broke. So why do you think people should give this one a chance, or a second chance, I guess? Purely
just because it's really fun. Like, it's heartfelt, it's a total burst of energy. Like, it's really, if you like 80s humor or an 80s movie, or just, like, kind of just, like, very, like, dumb, witty humor in a way, this is such a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to, like, feel intellectual while watching it. You just, this is the epitome of sit down and enjoy a movie. Truly. So, absolutely, 100% give this a watch if you haven't, because you will enjoy it.
Any other noteworthy moment? I'm not ready to talk about my next movie.
I'll try to think of another really enjoyable. I don't remember exactly what George Carlin says to them when they first enter the time machine, but they're kind of just like, whoa, what's this guy?
I feel like there's a lot of woes in that movie.
That's probably the majority of the...
Take a shot every time they say whoa.
Oh, you'd be dead.
You'd be dead.
You'd be dead. But it's real. I genuinely, it's just so fun. I love just, like, talking like them sometimes. It's just, whoa, bogus.
Okay. I guess we're going to my next one.
All right.
Which I was surprised that I saw, like, it had a high rating on Rotten Tomatoes, because I thought, like, nowadays, like, people didn't like it, but I feel better about it. But either way, it's going to be really tough for me to talk about Blades of Glory. Blades of Glory is a typical 2000s Will Ferrell buddy comedy starring him and John Hader, a.k.a. Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
John Hader is Jimmy McElroy, a.k.a. the Little Orphan Awesome pro figure skater. And Chaz Michaels is... there are so many bizarre descriptions of him. Sex on Ice was one of them.
I feel like I have seen this movie, but I genuinely have no memory of it, so every time I get reminded of anything from this movie, I will start laughing.
It's
because
so funny.
I keep forgetting everything about it, and then every, like, reminder I get of it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
And this is the song that we're gonna skate to one song only. That I forget what song that samples that for so long.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure it was a Kanye song.
Oh, of course.
It's the Kanye song that takes place in Paris that I can't say here.
Oh, Rugrats in Paris? That one?
Yeah. Yo, let's add that to the list.
I love Rugrats in Paris. I loved it when I was a kid.
Okay, so they're two pro figure skaters. They tie for a gold medal, and they end up fighting on the pedestal, making a mockery of the sport. They both get banned from men's figure skating. A stalker, played by Nick Swardson, tells Jimmy that you can still skate in pairs. And the two of them have kind of like fallen down on hard luck. Like, he's working at a shoe store. Chaz Michaels is working as like some like Disney on Ice knockoff. And so they figure out, or Jimmy's old coach figures out, you two can skate as a male pair.
Oh my god.
And so they do, and it's like, you know, it's the enemies to friends story.
Yep.
I said to myself as I was watching this, somehow this is outdated and ahead of its time simultaneously.
Oh, 100%.
Or,
absolutely.
This is one of my favorite Letterboxd reviews I saw on it. It said, I asked my buddy, how is this film so gay and yet so homophobic?
Yeah, that's actually really great.
And I'm like, wow, really toes the line.
Yeah.
It really toes the line. But it's so funny.
It really is.
And I think it treats the idea of two male figure skaters, like, obviously, yeah, that's the joke, but they don't, like, it's in good taste.
Right.
Like, there's probably like one moment where they're like interviewing like people on the streets about what they think about it. Mm-hmm. And there's one guy who's holding a Bible. Is like, there's nothing in here about two men skating. And then this one guy goes, and it's like, he's in like a cafeteria. He's like, let me ask you something. This look right to you? And it pans down, and it's a hot dog bun with two hot dogs next to each other. He's like, does that look right to you? And I'm like, wow.
When you had texted me this, I was like, I know Blades of Glory, and I couldn't remember. I looked up the trailer, and I just started laughing at just the concept of, like, just them on the podium and, like, knocking things over, and they knock over the torch, and it lights the mascot on fire.
Oh, my God. That's one of my funniest moments. And then there's, like, the big chase scene where, like, Will Ferrell is being chased by Will Arnett's characters. They start out, like, skating on a river, but then they go on the streets, and it's just really awkward and slow because they're on skates. And then it just escalates. Like, Will Arnett gets a crossbow. And he shoots the Winter Games mascot in the head.
Oh, this poor mascot.
And then, like, Will Ferrell, like, turns around and he goes, Snowflake!
It is ahead of its time.
And
That's crazy.
There's like this really like serious moment where Will Ferrell's like, yeah, I shot the and then like the chase scene goes and it just slowly pans down to this mascot like on the ground and it's smiling because it's like a mascot head. The arrow just like punctured into the head. And we're like, this is ridiculous.
Everything I've ever seen about this movie is just so off the walls. It's just so insane that it's so weird to envision this as like.
I'll go on record saying this should be beloved as Anchorman.
Oh,
honestly.
I absolutely agree. It's very much the epitome of a Will Ferrell movie, I think.
Yeah, it's one of his best, I feel like.
It's a lot, and it works very well.
Chaz Michael Michaels is one of his best characters, in my
that's
opinion.
such a good name as well. I love the
Chaz
name.
Michael Michaels and Jimmy McElroy.
Oh, yeah. Great names for these characters.
And I just really, how many lines from this movie I just, like, quote or, like, paraphrase. Like, he's escaping, like, so, like, Will Arnett and Amy Poehler played this, like, brother-sister team that they're competing against. And at one point, like, they kidnap them both and, like, tie them up so they don't come to the skating finals. Mm-hmm. And so Will Ferrell escapes and he's like cutting the rope off his legs with a skate. And it's just so stupid. He goes, whoever invented rope is a real a-hole. So like I'll just like every now and then, like when like a minuscule day-to-day thing is like pissing me off, I'm like, whoever invented seatbelts is a real a-hole. There's so many dumb, like they go like, this ends tonight. I'm like, it's daytime, you douche. So and like
that's awesome.
The fact it's obviously it's played for life, but the fact that Will Arnett and Amy Poehler's characters for their final performance do a skating routine where he is JFK and she is Marilyn Monroe, I'm just like, wow. What was the conversation like in the editing room? Like, are you sure you want to do this? I was trying to think of like the equivalent of that, of today, and I won't because like everybody's listening
options.
And everybody's watching.
There's too many options. Oh, that's insane. Oh my god, I really love the concept of the forbidden move as well.
Oh, the Iron Lotus.
The Iron Lotus. I recently was scrolling on Instagram and I got a reel. And it was this guy from the Savannah Bananas. And he was like, I'm going to attempt the forbidden move. And he was trying to, like, figure out how to do, like, a spinning backflip to catch a ball in the middle of a game. And, and I was like, where have I seen that? And I was like, it actually took me a second to, like, oh, he's referencing Planes of Glory.
Yep.
He's referencing the Iron Lotus. And he was trying to do the Iron Lotus, but as a baseball catch. And he figured it out. It took him a lot of tries, but he nailed the forbidden move in baseball.
I just love it when they have to switch places because like his ankle breaks. And he's like, I swear to God, if you cut my head off.
This podcast is gonna just be mostly me laughing at quotes.
One of the best camera shots is like they're practicing the Iron Lotus. It's like Will Ferrell has to flip up and like almost like barely miss his neck. Yeah. So he keeps cutting off the dummy's head. And so it just slowly pans out and you just see thousands of mannequin heads on the ground. And like John Hader's like, well, and Will Ferrell's like, don't worry, I'm almost there. Like, this next one, I'll get it.
This one. Oh my God.
I love this movie.
I need to rewatch this. I've forgotten so many things that have happened in this. I will love it.
And also, the soundtrack has no business being as good as it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Aerosmith, I can't hear that song ever again without thinking of Blades of Glory.
Got the nice little association.
The Billy Squier song that he dances to in the beginning. Oh, the just another line. They call him the galloping peacock on ice. There's so many stupid moments, but
while
it's hilarious.
I was watching the trailer, I'll never forget just the shot of Will Ferrell just going like this on the ice.
And I was like, wait a minute, like, this is good skating?
Yeah, this guy won #1 gold right there. That is your tie for first place right there. It's really hard to envision Will Ferrell as a skater for some reason, but it works really well for this movie. It does.
Troubled childhood? You call a 9-year-old kid with a 35-year-old girlfriend troubled. So many bizarre lines.
I also, one of the other trailer ones that I remembered was, you look like a 15-year-old girl and not hot.
I was like, oh.
It's like, oof. Ooh, that's a tough one. That one hurts.
And I also love he comes like his last performance for Grublets on Ice was like a lame Disney on Ice thing, and he's so drunk and he comes out in his wizard outfit and he's like, "Hey, all you little wooden creatures, none of you sons of bitches try to be heroes." I will censor that out later. It's like, wow, incredible movie. And also, Busy Phillips came up with the story.
Oh,
and
nice.
Like, okay, girl,
go for it.
And
okay.
These guys. They haven't directed, like, much of anything after this. They came up with the Geico Caveman.
Really?
Yeah.
That's... interesting. What a poll.
And also, their most notable feature after this was 2022's Lyle Crocodile. The Blades of Glory to Lyle Crocodile pipeline needs to be studied.
That is, something special. Mm-hmm. Shawn Mendes' best role.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is one of Will Ferrell's best. I don't see enough people talking about it.
Absolutely.
People need to see it, need to laugh their heads off. Also, shout out to Burlington local Amy Poehler.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
My queen, Amy Poehler. So, I would ask, why does this movie deserve a second chance? But I think you explained it quite well. I think
just been like 20 minutes laughing about it.
Exactly. We've just been giggling for the last 15 minutes.
It's great. And unrelated, well, kind of unrelated. I Googled this and I'm like, are there same-sex couple ice skating pairs? There aren't. At least not at like a professional level. And I'm like, wow.
I was going to say, I didn't think there was in the Olympics, but I wasn't sure if it was just like...
Not on like an international level.
Huh.
And I guess they're still pushing for that.
They should get there, because I feel like that's...
I don't know if this movie helped or hurt the cause, but...
Well, seeing as this was, 2007?
2007.
And we're in 2025?
Yeah. Someone also pointed out if this was made today, A24 would have produced it with Timothy Chalamet, someone else.
Oh, God's sake. Yeah,
You couldn't do this. Well, you could do it seriously, but I don't know if, because of Blades of Glory, you could take it seriously.
I feel like they would try to give it like an I, Tonya vibe, almost.
Another great movie. Not a guilty pleasure.
That's not a guilty pleasure.
That's just a great movie. All right. You notice we went from Disney to Disney, buddy film to buddy film. Now we're going winter set film to winter set films.
Yes.
Winter to Christmas films.
Yeah.
Nice not to end up with Christmas films.
Especially for an August shoot, let's give it a little holiday vibe, shall we?
Your next episode will probably be a Christmas one anyway, so...
That's true. So I don't think I'll be able to do one in October.
Yeah.
Unless we do a Zoom one in between. So,
I don't think I'm going to have time for podcasting in October.
What's going on in October, Chris?
A lot.
got some stuff going on.
Got some stuff going on.
But let's just jump right into it, shall we?
Speak your truth.
Love Actually is the story of, I believe, 9 different love stories intertwined with each other. I think it's 9.
I couldn't even tell you.
There's too many.
Yeah.
I love all of them, though. There's plus or minus 9 different love stories, all intertwined with each other based on characters knowing each other or being related to each other. There are so many storylines going on. Hugh Grant is the Prime Minister of England, and he falls in love with his assistant.
Yep.
Keira Knightley gets married at age 16.
Yeah, she's 16.
She is 16 in real life.
Yeah.
She's not 16 in the movie. She gets married, finds out that her husband's best friend is secretly in love with her. Colin Firth is cheated on by his girlfriend and decides to go on a French vacation where he decides to fall in love with his housekeeper, who does not speak the same language as him, but they form a bond with each other. Alan Rickman decides to cheat on his wife. Not officially, but emotionally cheats.
He's thinking about it.
He emotionally cheats on his wife with his secretary. Who else is there? Martin Freeman is a...
that came to my mind. I'm like, nah, let's just leave that one alone.
Martin Freeman is a stand-in for certain movies.
Yeah.
We'll put it just as that.
Bill Nye is an old rock star.
Yep.
Who just hates Christmas.
Who hates Christmas and is trying to get a #1 single. Decides that the real love is his best friend / manager.
Laura Linney is trying to have a relationship.
Yep, she wants to go out with her coworker Carl, but her brother, who is emotionally challenged and calls her a lot, gets in the way of that.
Liam Neeson is struggling to move on from the death of his wife while also helping his stepson navigate his own relationship.
Exactly.
There's a lot going on.
Yes, there are many, many plot lines going on in this movie. Mm-hmm. And the reason that this one is considered a guilty pleasure is this movie was made in 2003, mm-hmm. and there are a lot of things about this movie that get a lot of flack. Mm-hmm. For starters, a lot of people today criticize this movie for only having heterosexual relationships. There is no LGBT representation throughout this movie. There was talks of having one in there, but they didn't know how to properly fit it in or make it appropriate, so they just scrapped it. They just decided not to include it. The Keira Knightley situation, there's a lot of things going that people criticize with that relationship. For starters, her being 16 at the time of the movie, marrying a 30-year-old man in real life. Mm-hmm. That one gets a little bit of flack. The way that the best friend situation is handled as well is one of the most iconic parts of the movie, but also one of the ones that gets the most flack, where at the wedding, he spends the entire time filming her instead of filming the entire wedding, or filming his best friend.
It's not your job, bro.
Which was not your job. Mm-hmm. What are you doing with that film there, buddy? Why'd you
Yeah, I know, he's like, oh, the film is lost. I don't know if we can use it. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing with that film there, bro? Mm-hmm. And then him confessing to her that he's always been in love with her, despite the fact that she thinks that he hates her.
Yeah.
People give the Colin Firth relationship a lot of slack as well, purely because they never really had a proper conversation with each other.
Right.
They don't
language barrier.
They have a language barrier. They've never had a real conversation with each other. They just coexisted in the house together for a month or two. Like
something like that.
Not even a very long period of time.
There's also the guy that flies to America just to have sex.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah.
I choose to keep him out of my memory. He's not my favorite part of this movie.
You know, honestly, as much as I enjoy this film, I do not remember a single character's name. Natalie.
Natalie.
Yeah.
Oh, Natalie gets a lot, not her specifically, but the, people give this movie, crap because they call her chubby a lot when she absolutely is not.
Bizarre.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of things about this movie that did not age well from 2003. And so every year I open Instagram and I get a BuzzFeed article just being like, here's 10 things that went wrong with Love Actually. Why you shouldn't be supporting this movie anymore. I'm going to sit my butt down on my couch every single Christmas and watch this movie. I love it.
Tell me more.
It is, first of all, I think it's a very smart movie. I think they've really entwined all of the characters very well together. Like, Hugh Grant is Emma Thompson's brother.
Right.
And Emma Thompson is Alan Rickman's wife, and then they all know each other, being like friends with everybody else. And everybody in this movie knows each other, even if it isn't revealed until the end. Like, even Colin going off to America is like, he's best friends with the director of Martin Freeman's movies.
Oh my god.
And then a bunch of people are invited to Keira Knightley's wedding at the beginning. So everybody knows each other and is related to each other. And I think this is one that could be lost very easily. Like, I think the concept of it could have gotten very messy. But I think they did a good job of trying to simplify why everybody knows each other. Where it's just like, okay, you guys are related. You guys purely know each other. These guys are friends. Big circle. Big happy family. It works out. It's very, I think that they have a good diversity in a lot of the relationships as well. I think that you show grief with Liam Neeson's relationship. You see kind of the struggle that Emma Thompson goes through with seeing Alan Rickman cheat on her, emotionally cheat on her. The amount of variation, and I think it's a very original as a rom-com. Like, I know that the Keira Knightley one gets a lot of has problems to it, but when you think of Love Actually, that's the scene you think of. You think of the scene of him at the end with the cards and the saying, "It's carolers, and I'm just going to tell you, I love you. I know I can't have you, and this is it." And that cards thing, everyone knows the card thing.
Replicated in pop culture so many times. Exactly.
And sure, it comes from a slightly problematic moment, but it's iconic. It's very much a very well-known thing. And I think,
what if Chiwetel Ejiofor opened the door, though?
No, genuinely, I have wondered that ever since. What would have happened?
And he just stayed inside. Oh, you don't want to go see the carol singers?
Yeah, exactly. Just tell him to bugger off.
I'm like, wow. In my head, I'm like, go through the cards faster.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, I know she needs to read it, but, like, you're not on broadcast. Just let her, like, do, move. Do, go.
And then she kisses him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so what are you two starting an affair?
You're not giving him a complex at all. No.
Yeah, like, come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah, don't do that. That one's a bit messed up. However, I absolutely adore Colin Firth's relationship in this movie.
It is very sweet.
I think that one is genuinely one of my favorites in the movie. Like, I know that everyone's like, oh, the language barrier, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. They learn each other's language for each other. Yeah. And then he goes to her home country, like, finds her father, asks for his blessing, and then goes, and then it's revealed, the whole town goes with them
that's crazy.
At the end to see if it happens. And they find her at work, and it's revealed that they both learned each other's language, and they both really bonded, and they love each other over their time. And even, like, the scenes before that, any scene that they have, I love the subtitles of what they always put, because every line is, like, directly contradicting each other. I love when his book flies into the lake and she's running in after it and he's like, don't, it's not worth it. And she's like, it better be worth it for me to be doing this. And then she dives in, she starts collecting things and he dives in after her and she's just like, watch for eels. And he's like, oh, eels! Oh, God. It's just every line of dialogue is like that, whereas they both are saying the same thing to each other, and they clearly understand each other, even if they don't know what the other person is saying. Like, I think that, like, and people are like, that's not realistic. It's like, it's a rom-com. It's a 2000s rom-com. You are allowed to extend your belief for this. Just, they like each other, and it's a nice little love story. And somehow it juggles all these different storylines and does justice for them all. Exactly. And cleverly intertwines them. Yeah. Actually, and I think every time I watch this movie, I learn something new about something that goes on in it. Most recently, when I watched it this year, I'm forgetting the model's name, but during Liam Neeson's funeral at the beginning of the movie, he says that his wife would only, he can only move on if he starts dating this one model. Oh, yeah. And then she shows up at the, And at the very end, she's the mother of another son in his son's class. And I had no idea that was the model. I was just like, this is such a random thing to have. Yeah. I really wish I could remember her name. I don't remember her name either. But, I was like, oh, that's so smart that they just, like, tied it all together like that. The little Thomas Brody Sangster, that's Ferb as well, and Phineas and Ferb. Yeah. And also the way he books it through the airport is cute. Right? It's but also, cute. Like, this is post 9/11. Yeah. Yep. It's like, I don't know about that one. But also, fun fact about that one, the girl he chases plays the girl that he likes in Phineas and Ferb as well. Oh, that's cute. Right? So they've known each other for a very long time. Yeah, nice. But I genuinely, this movie, despite some of, like, the issues it has, it's just a fun 2000s rom-com, really, at the end of the day. And it's a fun Christmas watch. Like, it happens all at Christmas, and everybody's happy. And or, well, not Emma Thompson, but she ends up being happy, I guess. Happy enough. Yeah. They work it out, kind of. I feel like that's the only one that doesn't really. I think that's the only one that doesn't really work out. Yeah. Especially. But I think for the amount, for the ambition of this movie, the way that they put it, or she pulls it together because she doesn't want his, she makes him pull it together because of their children. She doesn't want to make a scene or make anything difficult while the children are still young. So, but, I love Hugh Grant's dance scene as well. Yes. I know he hates it looking back on it. This movie wouldn't be what it is without that scene. Do you think he hates that more, or do you think he hates being an Oompa Loompa more? Oh my god, there's no way he doesn't hate being an Oompa Loompa more than that. Because that scene is just like a couple minutes of him just like dancing around having a good time. The Oompa Loompa suit, he had to be stuck in... He's still dancing, though. He's still dancing. So, you know what? Hugh Grant can be a tired curmudgeon all he wants. He still did it, and he did a great job with it, and I couldn't imagine it any other way. If I watched Wonka more than once, that might be a guilty pleasure, but I can't justify it because I've only seen it once. If Wonka had songs that didn't sound like they were written in 2 minutes flat... Oh, yeah, that's also true. I might have a little bit of a different opinion, but hey, that's just me. Yeah, that was a film. That sure was a movie that existed. Speaking of Timothée Chalamet being hired for things... There have been other films that have, like, sort of, like, done the ensemble rom-coms where, like, they try to intertwine, like, other movies, or they try to intertwine, like, various storylines and stuff. Like,
Valentine's Day and New Year's Day. What do you think they missed the mark on?
I don't know if they've necessarily missed the mark on ones. They're just not ones that are memorable to me. Like, they're not, like, I have no memories of watching them, and maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Like, they're just ones that just never stuck out to me. Like, I think part of what makes Love Actually stand out is just the fact that it is a Christmas movie, and it's one that I've seen multiple times because of that. But, or, well, I guess the other two are holiday movies as well. This one's not even marketed as a holiday movie.
I know there's another one, or maybe I'm thinking of like a joke 30 Rock did, or like, oh, it's Groundhog Day with Andy Samberg, Emma Stone, and a bunch of other people.
But it's not necessarily that I think they did anything wrong. They're just not ones that stuck out to me in the same way. Like, I think the variation, like the diversity of characters that they have in Love Actually really ties the story together very well. The way that everybody is connected really smartly. Going from literally an elementary school boy to the prime minister, but
the aging rock star.
Exactly, like just the amount of just like these.
I thought that. Sorry,
no,
I thought that was going to be the gay romance. Him and his
I
assistants.
did too.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I watched it, I'm like, is he confessing that he's just secretly gay this whole time, or is? But
I don't know.
No, they're just two old men just having a hangout.
Yep,
they're gal pals.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the intent. I don't know exactly what I thought they was supposed to be. I thought, if I remember correctly from when I was reading, they were trying to put a lesbian relationship in, but I don't know.
I think you would have to. I don't know if you could juggle another one in there. I think you would have to take one out.
Absolutely, that would have to. You could replace Colin's storyline with anything. That would be better.
Yeah.
Guy going to America. That was not necessary.
Oh, that was his name, Colin?
His name's Colin.
Okay, all right. I got confused with Colin Firth.
Oh, yes. No, Colin Firth's relationship is the best one in there.
Yeah.
Leave him there.
Character Colin, that was only like 3 shots in the movie, I feel like.
No, it's just him hitting on January Jones in a bar in Wisconsin.
That was January Jones?
Yep. Yes, it was.
Oh my god. I remember Denise Richards comes back with him at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know it was January Jones.
Or she's one of the 4 that he hits on in the bar.
Okay.
I don't know if she's the one that comes back with him, but she's one of the women in the bar.
This has become an annual Christmas watch in the Flaherty household, so I'll watch it again next Christmas. Although she introduced it to me on Valentine's Day. So.
Ooh, there you go.
Some of my little notes I wrote, like, Christmas movie, question mark.
I mean, yeah, it's a Christmas. I watch it at Christmas. I would watch it other times, but it really ultimately is just a 2000 rom-com. Yeah. It just happens to take place around Christmas.
Yeah.
But I think, truly, despite all the flack that this movie gets, it's a really smart movie. Like, it's a well-written, it has a lot of heart. Like, all of the characters are really, I feel like if you have a movie with that many characters, it's easy to get them lost or easy to make a lot of them less interesting. I think they really made every single character in this movie have motive, have an interest. Everyone has personality. Nobody's lost throughout the story, which I think is impressive for just a 2-hour movie to get all of these characters to have personality, to have something happen for them in the movie.
Yeah.
Not to forget Rowan Atkinson just being God in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
Or an angel. He's not God, he's an angel.
He's an angel. Yeah.
Yes. But there's so many just, like, good comedy moments. There's good heart moments. There's, like, I think it's I'm not a huge fan of rom-coms in general. I think that a lot of times stories can just get muddled or uninteresting. But with the amount that goes on in here, and, like, the difference that a lot of these stories can have, I think that they've really wrapped everything together nicely. And I think that a lot of the things that are seen as problematic aren't anything worse than what you would normally see in a 2000s movie. So I don't think for people to give this movie as much flack as it does. The only one that I would have reconsidered is hiring Keira Knightley at 16 to be a married woman.
That was a choice. Clearly, there are older actresses available.
Exactly.
Most of them are in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that one could have been redone. And I think it's absolutely hilarious that she's playing a married woman at age 16 and Thomas Brodie Sangster's playing an elementary school kid at 11 years old. There's a 5-year age gap between the two of them.
Yikes.
Which, that one's one that's like, oh, don't know about that one. But I think everything else in this movie that gets, that people are like, no, this is bad, is just people complaining about the sign of the times. Like, it's a 2000s movie. Just sit and enjoy it.
Yep.
You don't have to love every element of it to enjoy the movie.
Yeah. One more.
One more.
And it's a Christmas one.
Hit me with it.
It's 2000's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey as the Grinch.
Woo!
I think it's the Grinch.
It is.
What do I need to say further?
Everyone knows the story of the Grinch at this point. And this is one that we have briefly touched on in the past. We've talked about Grinch movies in our first Christmas movie episode that we did. So what about this one? For starters, why do you think this one gets a little bit more of a guilty pleasure status than the other two around it?
Because if you look at, it's a children's book. It's a Christmas children's book that they've turned into, like, a very wacky and irrelevant Jim Carrey comedy.
Right.
So I think, oh, you're disrespecting the source material. And I'm like, you know what? Can't I just laugh at Jim Carrey for an hour and a half,
Exactly.
please?
I don't think it's disrespecting the source material if they're trying to build off of it, trying to get, like...
Right.
You're making... Like, the first one they made was just, like, what? Half an hour special?
Yeah.
So to build out a 2-hour movie with it,
you
kind of need to add some more to it.
Yeah. And the Illumination movie did some stuff that I liked and didn't like. And this movie does stuff I like and don't like. I like that they try to attempt to give an origin story to the Grinch and, like, why he doesn't like Whoville or Christmas. The story is not really what I go to for this movie. I just go to watch Jim Carrey go crazy.
Yep. Similar to watching, like, a Nick Cage film where he's going crazy.
Exactly.
I feel like one of the running themes we have here with a few of our movies, National Treasure, Blades of Glory, is we have a lot of very, like, famous actors who are known for a lot of very big things that they do. Will Ferrell, Nick Cage, Jim Carrey, kind of their buzzing personalities who are very polarizing, who are very liked for what they do by their fans, but people who, if they're not quite a fan, are like, that's too much for me, I don't like it. And I feel like that's very much what this case is for a Jim Carrey movie, where it's just like, oh, I like the Grinch, but I don't like Jim Carrey's version of the Grinch.
But he's so funny in this movie. And literally, like, this is one of those movies that, like, I could mute it and I could just recite it verbatim.
Oh, that's so... I feel like it's one of those ones, too, where if you mute it, you can kind of still tell what's going on at all points.
Also
like,
true.
Just with him being Jim Carrey, like, you could watch it and be like, yep, I know where we are. Like, I know what we're doing here.
This is one of the few movies, like, I will laugh out loud after multiple viewings.
What are some of the highlights? What are some of the scenes that really stand out to you?
When he takes the tiny car.
Oh, yes.
And... it's so random, but that's what makes it so funny. When he crashes the car, and he's like, it's gonna blow! And it just turns into this giant Jerry Bruckheimer explosion behind him. And he does the slow motion jump. And I was like, this is the Grinch. It's just so stupid, and it's so funny. And also I love, like, it's because I'm green, isn't it? There's so many dumb jokes and lines. It's just, everything he does in this movie is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious to watch him do it over and over again.
This is one of those movies where I couldn't imagine anybody else playing that character either.
No.
Like, this movie wouldn't have worked without Jim Carrey specifically.
Definitely not. No. And he went through hell for this movie.
He really did.
Like, CIA training to get that makeup on. Yeah.
It's so funny to watch him make the face even without the makeup. You're just like, yep, that's the Grinch.
Yep, that's the Grinch.
That man was hired for a reason. Yep. He's got the Dr. Seuss face on point.
She's like he's rambling about, like, how, like, the gifts are, like, extravagant, or, like, when he's in the sack race. No child can beat the Grinch. Or just when he's trying to scare Cindy Lou Who, and he just goes to the camera and is like, kids today.
Listen, follow some conversations we've had before.
Like, I just feel like they gave him, like, they put him in a Grinch costume, and then they gave him Quaaludes, and it was like, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, let's just see what happens. Let's just put
Give
Jim in
him
the
a
room.
giant prop monkey and
Yep.
see what he does.
This was a social experiment.
It was a great social experiment.
It worked out.
I don't care. I mean, I know Ron Howard movies are kind of like hit and miss. This is one of his better ones. And it still has heart. Like, it's still, the whole point of the Grinch is still present there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people kind of are questioning, like, the additions to the story. Do you think that the additions of, like, building out, like, a love story or an origin or anything like that, like, really build on this movie? Or do you think it should have been better if it were simpler or anything like that?
I think, well, again, if you're going to turn, like, a 30-minute cartoon into an hour and a half movie, you got to do something.
Right.
I do like the idea of like extending, like giving him more dimension. Like, okay, like kids made fun of him in school. Mm-hmm. That's why he hates Christmas, and like all the bad stuff happened around Christmas. It's kind of like, it's not like he necessarily hates Christmas. It's kind of like with like Ebenezer Scrooge. Like Scrooge doesn't really hate Christmas. He just hates like love
people.
and emotional connection. And, yeah, people.
People.
Yeah, really. And like Christmas is just kind of like a reminder of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't think the whole like, oh, like they made fun of him because he tried to shave is like that offensive.
No.
It was just kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
It's interesting to me because I feel like when people think of the Grinch at this point, they don't think of the 30-minute special. They don't think of the new one that comes out. Sometimes they think of the book, but like this is the Grinch that they think of. Why do you think this is the one that really stood out to everybody in the Grinch like sphere?
It's Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Honestly, he made the Grinch his own. Mm-hmm. Like he co-opted the character.
I feel like a lot of things about the Grinch can be somewhat relatable to a lot of people too. Like I feel like a lot of people love like the schedule of like 5 p.m. sulk.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Or when he's invading the post office and he's like throwing jury duty, I always crack up at that.
Yep.
So many like dumb moments. Or like the dog sneezes and he goes gesundheit. And like they scream back and forth. There's so many stupid moments. But it's so funny.
Yeah. There's a reason that this one became, like, the one that people think of when they think of the Grinch.
Yeah. And there's so many lines that I quote. Like, I'll like, if I'll be, like, wrapping a present, like, can I use your finger for a second? So, I love it. Another annual holiday watch.
So, if people have watched this and they didn't like it, why is this deserving of a second shot?
I think, because if you love Jim Carrey, how can you not love this movie?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, like, Will Ferrell comedies aren't for everybody. I understand maybe Jim Carrey comedies aren't for everybody, but, like, I defy anyone to not laugh at this movie at least once or twice.
Exactly.
Because there are some really ridiculous moments throughout this movie.
Oh, absolutely. Some of just his, like, body movement. I'll never forget the, like, him just, like, going like this to the camera a bunch. Or just, like, just, it's so random.
Or that, like, bizarre laugh he does.
Yeah.
Or, like, the mean mugging. Like, just... Again, like, it's like they gave him Quaaludes, put him in a Grinch costume, and, like, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, let's just let I keep wanting to call him Jerry for some... I'm merging his names. It's Jim Carrey. Let's just let Jerry do his thing. Let's let Jim Carrey just have some fun.
Oh, I also love, like, how they go over the top with the heart growing 3 sizes.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because, yeah, I feel like, in real life, you'd be freaking out.
Yeah. What is...
Or like,
it's a lot.
Or like, help me, I'm feeling. Or like, I'm all toasty inside and I'm leaking. I'm like, yeah, like that's in my day-to-day vernacular. And just his like crying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like the 30-second shot of him just like ridiculously crying. I don't know. I could just, I might watch it tonight. I don't care.
There you go. Hey, it may be August, but it's never too... You're just watching a Jim Carrey movie.
Just watching a Jim Carrey movie.
Exactly. You can just watch... Yeah.
I can't even quote anything. I just like I hear him making noises in my head, and it makes me laugh.
That's about it too.
Like, or when he's skiing, he's like, "Spread eagle," nailed it. Heads up, Whoville. Just so many stupid moments, but yeah.
This is just a montage in my head.
Yeah, I'm literally going through everything that happens in my head. Yeah.
Every time I think of this movie, I just think of like just shots from the movie. I can't think of like specific. A lot of things are just like things that happened, and then it's just like, how did this connect to this? Or like, I imagine Baby Grinch in my head, and I'm like,
oh, Baby Grinch.
It's just a collection of memories and blurs that somehow come together.
Well, that's kind of the movie in general,
it really
isn't it?
It generally is.
Yeah. What a journey we've been on today.
What a journey. I think we've talked about 6 quite different films.
From Washington, D.C. to Whoville.
But what has really tied all of these together is that I think all 6 of them have just been us giggling to ourselves about things that we've enjoyed from these movies.
Yeah, this is just an hour and a half laugh fest.
Truly. Like, I think I was saying it while talking about Blades of Glory. Most of my audio from this is just going to be me laughing.
Yeah,
I've spent the majority of this hour just, like,
I can't even fully, like, justify why I like The Grinch. I'm just laughing thinking about it.
Exactly. It's just like, what did I like about Bill and Ted? Just liked some quotes.
Whoa.
Whoa. Just enjoyed shutting my brain off and watching just two high school boys just interact with history.
We watch what we love.
We watch, we love. I think, so, to wrap things up very nicely, what's the first thing you say, or one of the first things you say when you start this podcast is, entertainment is subjective, and that's not a bad thing. And that's exactly what this episode is all about.
Yep.
We've talked about 6 very different movies. None of them being movies that are perfect, none of them being ones that are universally liked. All of them have kind of an audience that wouldn't adore this movie the same way that we would. But ultimately, like we said, we've just sat here laughing about why we enjoyed these movies the whole time.
Yep.
And that's what it's all about. This is our entertainment. We've clearly been entertained, and we enjoy these movies. Even if we don't remember every little detail about it, even if we don't think that the Rotten Tomatoes score should be higher. Like I was saying with National Treasure, it's the perfect 50% on Rotten Tomatoes movie. Like, that is, like, the bar is there.
Well, also, like, only 2 of these movies are rotten on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right.
National Treasure and The Grinch.
So, it's even if they have some critical acclaim, like not a ton, but even if they're not 100% loved by everybody or critically acclaimed, they don't have to be.
Right.
Because we've sat here and found these movies, and we've really found our enjoyment from them. We have brought our own joy to it. And it's about kind of the association you have with them, ultimately. That's the point of a guilty pleasure is, well, I know what I'm watching isn't perfect, but that doesn't matter to me because of the pleasure aspect.
I was so
love what I'm
worried
watching.
that I was not going to enjoy Blades of Glory when I watched it last night, and I think I love it even more now.
I need to go back and watch it again, because I don't remember it very well, but from the quotes we're shitty, I think that's the one that we've just sat here and quoted and laughed at so much.
Yeah, if I chapter up this episode.
I need to go watch it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And if anything, what did we do after most of these movies? Oh yeah, I need to go watch that.
Yeah.
Go watch National Treasure. I'm going to go watch Blades of Glory.
Yeah.
What did we think that this was going to be a recommendation episode?
No.
No? Are these movies that I thought I would be telling people to go watch? Well,
full disclosure, I've seen most of the... Other than National Treasure, I've seen all of these.
Yeah, of course. So. But, like, did I think that this... What did I think the takeaway with National Treasure would be? Did I think it would be, no, you need to go watch it right now? No, I didn't think that at all.
Every now and then I enjoy a Nick Cage crash out.
Exactly. So, it really... It's just a little scavenger hunt movie. And is it perfect? No, but is it hilarious? Yes. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do another one because I feel like we popped in like 3 or 5 more other movies we could do.
Hey, we're gonna just do just a quick little shout out for Fat Man as well, because we're both well aware. We both considered adding that to our list, but we've talked about it enough times.
Yeah, I think we've been on the Fat Man train long enough.
Fat Man, is it a perfect movie? Absolutely not.
No, it's not.
But have the two of us really enjoyed it over the last few years?
It's a great friggin'
and talked
movie.
About it a lot? Yes, we have.
Yeah. All right. We got our homework.
Yeah, we do.
You gotta watch Blades of Glory.
I'm watching Blades of Glory.
And I gotta watch National Treasure.
I'm getting on a plane tomorrow, so I know what I'm watching on my plane.
Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory.
Is it streaming anywhere?
I hope so.
I just pulled out my DVD last night.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. All right. Thank you again for your 12th appearance.
Happy to be here. Always happy to come back.
Thank you. And we'll get another one in soon.
Absolutely.
This can honestly be a good season finale because we talked about guilty pleasures, entertainment, subject, but
yeah,
we're not done because we got the 50th episode coming up very soon.
Very exciting.
So we got a few more to do before that, but thank you for listening to another episode of Movies That Matter. If you'd like to get in touch with me about the show, you can reach me either here at Gmail or Instagram at Movies That Matter Pod. You can also be my friend on Letterboxd at Chris Loves Films, love spelled L-U-V-S. At this time, my last 4 watches were Blades of Glory, Lion King 1.5, Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal, and Kenneth Branagh's Death on the Nile. Folks, the real world is scary. Don't forget to love each other when life gets too scary. Immerse yourself in your favorite movie or piece of media. Don't worry about box office numbers or Rotten Tomato scores. Watch what you love. Entertainment is subjective. That's not a bad thing. I think we've illustrated that more than ever.
Oh, yes, we have.
Today. Until next time, this has been Chris Flaherty with Liz Gillespie. Thank you for listening to Movies That Matter.